Hello, everybody, and welcome to Hello, everybody, and welcome to the watch-alongs I've got today. We've got the Premier League live watch-along across Chelsea versus Manchester United. The team news is ticking on the bottom of the ticker at the bottom. So if we go through the teams real quick before I kick up, about 3 minutes to kick. We've got Edward Mendy, Chilwell, Christensen, Rudiger, and Azpilicueta as a defence for Chelsea. Kovacic and Kante sitting that two that Tuchel's liking at the moment. Ziyech, Hudson-Odoi, and Mount behind in form. Olivier Giroud. I know Josh will be absolutely buzzing about Olivier Giroud starting ahead of Timo Werner today. But for Manchester United, they've got De Gea in their conventional back four of Wan-Bissaka, Maguire, Lindelof and Shaw. Fred and McTominay sitting just behind Fernandes. Greenwood on the right. Probably James on the left and Rashford up front, which it could be different. It could be Rashford on the left, James on the right and Greenwood up front. But if we take a look at the benches of these two clubs, we have for Chelsea, we have Kepa, Jorginho, Zuma, James, Emerson, Alonso, Havertz, Pulisic and Werner, a stacked bench. For Manchester United, we've got Henderson, Telles, Bailly, Tuanzebe, Williams, Matic, Van der Beek, Ahmad and Martial. So two quite stacked benches today for both clubs, of course. We have got some comments in here. We've got Chris in here already, says, hi mate, hope you well. My prediction 2-2 draw. Yeah, do get your predictions in the chat below, boys and girls, if there's any girls in here. Do get your predictions in the chat. I'm going to go for 2-1 to Chelsea. I don't think we'll win this game. I think Chelsea have got the mojo at the moment, and I think they will break our away record, our away undefeated record, whatever the bollocks that is. Yeah, I think they'll break that today. I can see that happening. But, you know, I hope we go out and I hope they prove me wrong. That's what I want them to do today, because I want them to prove me wrong. But 1 second. Yeah, boys, put your predictions in the comments for this game. No 3-1. I'm not going for 3-1, Chris, this time. Rowan went for 3-1. He said 3-1. Of course, Chris, you've got a big game later on against Sheffield United. How do you think you're going to fare in that one? Manchester United, of course, need to win to keep up with... Jesus, Kyle, I'm reading your comment here just before I continue. Hey, Kieran, how are you? Let's hope this game is better than the previous 3-0 United. You are one optimistic man, Kyle. I'm not going to lie. I mean, if it's 3-0 United, I will be absolutely buzzing. I just can't see it happening today. I don't know. There's something about it. We need to go out there. And we need to be strong. We need to want every ball more than Chelsea do, because Chelsea are a well-oiled machine at the moment. They're just an absolute beast under Thomas Tuchel. They've conceded 1 goal in I think 6 games, and we're struggling to score goals at the moment. I know we scored 4 against Sociedad, but I think goals are quite hard to come by. I'm glad McTominay is playing. Tubbs has said 4-0 to Chelsea. Honestly, it could happen. I don't care what anyone says. We should beat Sheffield United comfortably, even with team and form we are in, but we'll see what happens. I think it'll be a tough game. They're quite a ferocious team, Sheffield United. They like to tackle. They like to get in there hard. But yeah, this game is about to get kicked off and underway. I'm just going to put the banner on the screen for everybody, and yeah, let's get going. I mean, it's not going to be a conventional watch along, because you know when I'm there, I just bloody hell. Of course, when it's Man United and when it's me, I am very biased. I am a Manchester United fan. Quick disclaimer, if there is anybody in the comments watching the game alongside me, please do not spoil anything in the comments or say anything in the comments, something like that. Wait for me to react, and then you can comment as you like, and we can react together. I'm probably sure that Kyle will be reacting with me if Man United score today at some point. Chris has said injury bingo then for Liverpool tonight. We need to think of a bingo for this game. What bingo can we play with Chelsea and Man United? We could have Dan James gets fouled bingo, because he always gets fouled. I don't know, but Maguire's done well there. High foot from Giroud. He's given a free kick. Yeah, high foot on Giroud. Kicked Maguire in the hand, I think. But United getting that free kick in their own half and getting on with it quick. McTominay back in the starting 11 today after Solskjaer said that he might have been injured. You know, Van der Beek on the bench as well. He hasn't trained. Fernandes penalty bingo. Is that a good one? Penalty bingo. Should we have penalty bingo? Shall we do penalty bingo today? You know what? I think that's a good one, Chris. Penalty bingo. We'll do it for both sides. I'll put who it is you think is going to get the penalty, because Chelsea get a lot of penalties as well. What do you think is going to get the penalty bingo? We're going penalty bingo. Nice one. My prediction is, because I have a feeling that in the game, United will show they depend too much on me. I think Bruno will have a bad game and the whole team crumbles. Yeah, it could probably happen. But penalty bingo, boys. Get those in the comments. As Chelsea come forward on the left-hand side with Mason Mount. And I mean, they've got a counter on here. There's men over. Mason Mount puts one to the back stick for Giroud. It's headed away from him by Luke Shaw. It's going to go out for a corner to Chelsea. I'd say I'm about 1 minute ahead of you, Kieren. So it'd be a double celebration for me when you score. Sweet. Yeah, we'll do penalty bingo. Get your comments in the comments, obviously. Get your predictions for penalty bingo in the comments. We want the team and the minute that penalty bingo is going to be. There's a penalty going to be given. But yeah, let's get that done. That is hilarious, but sounds like fun. I mean, when it's me, Tubbs, we just have a laugh, don't we? We just have a laugh. We still do the football, but we have a laugh as well. So yeah, penalty bingo. And get your bingo calls in the chat. Whoever gets it gets a round of applause by me because I ain't giving anything away. The biggest tight ass of the sports corner is definitely me. That corner, by the way, came to absolutely nothing because they tried a short corner and they effed it up because it's just gone out to play for a goal kick to Man United. The whole like impetus of a short corner and the whole factor behind it doesn't get it because you get all your big men up from the back, you get your centre halves up, you get your CDM in there. Well, you don't get your CDM in there if you're Chelsea because you don't want Kante in there. But for Man United, they get McTominay in there, they get Matic in there if he's playing. And then we take it short. We've got Maguire in there as well. We take it short and it's just like you've just wasted a good chance to get bloody Maguire's bonds on the ball. Penalty, injury time of first half. Who for, Tubbs? So Chris has said Manchester United penalty in the 21st minute because 21 meant to be coming. Penalty bingo 35th minute for Chelsea. And Tubbs has said penalty injury of first half, injury time first half. But yeah, who for, Tubbs in that? We need team and minute for that. Has Aspilicueta's captain's armband fell off? At the moment, though, it's all Chelsea in the first 3 minutes of this game. I'm not going to lie, I am a little bit nervous because I don't want us to lose. But hey ho, if we lose, we'll probably lose. I mean, it's not like it's never happened before. To Chelsea, injury minute first half to Chelsea penalty. Chris is the only one who's gone for a Man United penalty in the 21st minute because 21 is #coming. But yeah, Chelsea just passing it on the back, getting a nice little rhythm going. 45th plus 2, nice one. We've got some clarification on when the exact minute that Tubbs wanted the penalty to be taken at. And is Fernandes going to take ours, I'm guessing, Chris, and dispatch it like he normally does. Interesting to see Dan James on the pitch again today. I mean, we've got a few injuries. Of course, he went off as a precaution in the Sociedad game because of a questionable injury. But yeah, he looks fit again to play. For Chelsea, I'll wait till Jorginho comes on. I mean, yeah, that's a good point. Who would take it for Chelsea if Jorginho wasn't? I think probably Mason Mount would take it, wouldn't he? Either Mount or Giroud, probably. Maybe no, Ziyech, no. Probably Mount or Giroud. But yeah, Chelsea's now they've got Rudiger and Christensen as a back two, of course. They're missing Thiago Silva in there is obviously the main man that they're missing, of course. Timo Werner's been dropped to the bench today with Thomas Tuchel saying that he just wanted to give him a rest, which is obviously questionable. But McTominay committed a foul on Mason Mount just as he won the ball back, and it's going to be a free kick to Chelsea inside their own half. And I mean, so far Man United haven't really got the foot on the ball at all. It's been pretty much all Chelsea, but they've not really done anything threatening with the ball as of yet. I'm sure they'll do something threatening with the ball soon, and they'll probably score and make me look like an absolute twat, as they normally do, as Man United normally do. But Rudiger coming out of defence with it. Past about 2 or 3 plays, still going Rudiger. On the left wing now. Cuts back onto his right foot, whips one in low, and it's cleared away by McTominay. And Dan James takes it down, and Fernandes looking for Wan-Bissaka, and Dan James is going to be fouled. It's going to be a free kick to Manchester United. I know we can't banter Fernandes, only scores penalty. He doesn't really. He scores other goals and assist goals. I mean, me and Will were talking last night. We think he's going to get PFA Player of the Year for sure because he's just an absolute machine. He's been matching Messi's numbers. Daz is in the building now. He said, afternoon, Kieren. 1-2 United, I say. Yeah, I'd love that, Daz. I'm not going to lie. I'd absolutely love Man United to win 2-1. I'm obviously a Manchester United fan myself, but I just don't see it today. Maybe it's me being the just the negative, just one of the negative Man United fans. But yeah, I mean, I just don't see us winning today. I mean, I'd love for him to prove me wrong, but we have given the ball away And Ziyech now to Mount inside the penalty area. Mason Mount tries to get the shot off. He's blocked by Lindelof. And Ziyech now finds Mason Mount, edge of the area. Ziyech, heavy touch. And now Manchester United might be able to get on the break and get Marcus Rashford on the ball for the first time, which they have. And Fernandes tried a ball over the top to Luke Shaw, but I think it's going to be another free kick to Manchester United for a foul on, I think it was Rashford. Yeah. Ideally for Liverpool, I want this game to end in a draw. I watched the highlights of West Brom Brighton game. What a horror show that was. Yeah, I mean, where has this whole too early to blow the whistle bollocks come from? Like, why is it just... It seems to be something in the Premier League. Every season there's something new. Obviously, it happened in the Leeds Southampton game. It happened in the West Brom Brighton game. The fact that they don't even need to wait for the whistle, do they? Like, most Greenwood, lovely spin away from Kovacic. And he plays a lovely ball out to Marcus Rashford. Here's Rashford up against Azpilicueta, does well. Still, that's how he wins. Azpilicueta defended well, and it's going to come back Christensen and Hudson-Odoi. And Kovacic, he's played out well by Chelsea there. Kante now to Ziyech, and they've played the press well, Chelsea. And Ziyech gets away from Fernandes. Finds Giroud, heavy touch by Giroud, is going to be cleared away by McTominay. The first time Man United came forward, it was Rashford down that left-hand side up against Azpilicueta, of course. The experience of Azpilicueta did so well to marshal Marcus Rashford. Looked dangerous, though. That's a loose ball from McTominay. From Wan-Bissaka to McTominay. McTominay had to give the foul away. It's been taken quick by Chelsea. And Mason Mount. Mason Mount to Ziyech. Back to Mount. Faced against Fred and Wan-Bissaka. Gets it back to Chilwell. Here's Kovacic. Chilwell. Mount. Kovacic. Working the space and trying to find Kante. He does. To Azpilicueta. Hudson-Odoi. Right-hand side for Chelsea now. Up against Luke Shaw. Gets the ball in and it's gone through everyone and it's hit Lindelof and got out for a corner. I mean, Chelsea absolutely dominating at the moment. Remember, we need to clap for referees calling to one article. Well, West Brom be clapping Lee Mason for yesterday. It's weird, isn't it? Because Lee Mason was just... What was he doing? It happened the other day as well in the Leeds Southampton game. I can't actually remember who it was. But the fact that, like, they're just... If that was like 30 yards down the pitch and he took it without the referee blowing his whistle, the referee just wouldn't care. But because it's a goal-scoring opportunity, that's why they care. But to me, it looked like he blew his whistle and then blew his whistle again, like to indicate that the free kick should have been taken. But McTominay did head the corner away, by the way. And Greenwood helps it away. And then Dan James, taken down by Hudson-Odoi. Fernandes tries one over the top, looking for Marcus Rashford. He's up against N'Golo Kante. Marcus Rashford. Kante's not really cleared it. And Rashford tries 1-2. Greenwood over the top. It was a good idea from Marcus Rashford, but it was cut out well by Ben Chilwell back there. Kieren Lee Mason was meant to be fourth official there. In this game? Or in the Sheffield United thingy game? Yeah, read that one out. Good, thanks, Kyle. Yeah, is everyone okay today? I don't think I've asked that yet. How is everyone doing today, of course? I mean, I don't know if Jordan's in the building yet. He's obviously a Chelsea fan. I know he'll probably be hoping that they win today. The referees are awful in this country. Not just that the laws are confusing too. I think the technology is fine. It's just that the officials are a few years behind it. That's the thing. Like the rules as well. The rules are just far too, like you said, the laws are just confusing. The rules are so far behind the technology that we have that it's strange. That's a lovely flick by Greenwood and Rashford's offside for the first time tonight. We'll play Rashford. Rashford offside count. We'll play that tonight. He's got one so far. The next one, Kieren. I feel like you're spelling my name different every time, Kyle. It's my name it's spelled like this. 1 second. My name is spelled like this, Kyle. That's not my name. It's not predictions. That's how you spell my name. It's a ball whipped in though, and it's over the head of Daniel James. Going to go out. Let's be kept in by Hudson-Odoi. Actually, let's run out for a throw-in. I'm okay. Had my back Carlisle shambolical result against Oldham yesterday. Yeah, me and Rowan watched your review. I mean, it just shows you're passionate. But Kovacic has lost it to Greenwood. But Ziyech does well there. And Kante and Mount kind of left it for each other, but they did well. But Mount lost it to Fred, and Fred down the left-hand side for United against Kovacic. Burst past him, lovely from Fred. Aspilicueta defends him well, though. Then tried to win the throw-in off him, but boots it out for a throw into Manchester United. It's funny the only English commentators have problems with VAR, but pundits in other countries have already accepted it. I mean, yeah. I mean, we're British. We'll moan about all. But Man United edge of the area with Bruno Fernandes, who takes the shot, snapshot. It's blocked. McTominay comes in there. And there's going to be a free kick to Manchester United in a decent position here. Mason Mount and McTominay did actually collide when McTominay went for the ball. The free kick's been given to Man United. Possibly the wrong decision, but McTominay did get there first. It's a dangerous one for both ones. Apologies for explaining it wrong. It's absolutely right. Bloody hell. Everyone, it's absolutely right. It's a very, very uncommon way of spelling Kieren. I know. I'm a twat, I know. We'll whack that off the stream though. But Marcus Rashford last year at the Stamford Bridge scored one from about 40 yards, 35 yards. It's a little bit closer in this time, but I think he's thinking take two for this. Him and Fernandes were over it, of course. If Marcus Rashford put this in, I don't know what I'd do. But, I mean, he's got Edward Mendy to beat alongside the wall in there. 13 minutes on the clock. If Liverpool don't win, that could be more worse around. Yeah, it could be a more worse rant indeed. I mean, if you don't beat Sheffield United, it might be a calamity. And that's coming from someone who's lost to Sheffield United this season already. But here we go with Marcus Rashford, Bruno Fernandes possibly. It's about 30 yards out, I'd say. It is going to be Marcus Rashford who hits it over the wall and it's punched away by Edward Mendy. I think that's going to be a handball against Mason Greenwood in there. But it was another one of those floaters. He loves free kicks at Stamford Bridge. But this time, Edward Mendy did well to just punch it out and as it was dipping, really, and punch it out for Chelsea to counter on. And here they come with Mason Mount. Kovacic. Been a decent start to the game. I think Man United have grown to the game in the last 5 or so minutes. Here's Kovacic, though, middle of the park to Kante. Aspilicueta. Well, VAR, Gary Neville's just said that they're checking a handball on Hudson-Odoi at the other side. Of course, I am watching it with audio today. I've got my headphones in to my controller so I can hear it. But edge of the area for Ziyech, who shoots. It's going to be into the hands of David De Gea. But it'll be interesting to see if they do check that VAR call. The game's not stopped yet. I'm going to look at it again. It's a save by Mendy. And I mean, it does, like, Hudson-Odoi's hand is up and it does hit his hand. Well, the referee stopped the game. I think he's off over to the monitor. So have a look at this. Yep, VAR have told him to go over to the monitor. And like Chris said, if it goes to the monitor, it's penalty. Now, to me, it is a penalty because his hand is up in there, almost as if he's doing, you know, when you used to dance and do like the Egyptian dance. His hand is up there as if he's doing like the Egyptian dance. You know, like you've got your hands up, your arms out. And like Gary Neville just said, his arms shouldn't really be there. So penalty bingo. Did anybody say the 15th minute for penalty bingo? Because we might have a penalty in the 15th minute. Hudson-Odoi is looking at it, trying to plead his innocence. Yeah, like Chris said, it's a penalty. It's got to be a penalty, that. The Man United AC Milan game should be a great game. Can't wait for it. And, of course, to see Zlatan back. Yeah, I mean, it'll be a fairy tale moment for Zlatan when we beat him. I'm joking, of course. But, yeah, the refs give us a penalty. And penalty bingo has finished. It's 15th minute. Chris Welch was 6 minutes off for penalty bingo. But Fernandes has the chance to put Manchester United ahead. And this is where my heart starts to start beating. Wait, what? Wait, what? Well, the ref said no penalty now. I am so confused. What is happening here? I thought the ref had pointed to the spot, but no. It came up on the VAR screen saying handball, no handball by Hudson-Odoi. Weird. I was getting excited there. Penalty bingo's still on. Weird. Very weird, that. But nevertheless, we digress. I'm going to look at it again, and I think I'm not being biased when I say that's a handball, am I? I mean, Chris agreed with me that it was a penalty. Did anybody else think it was a penalty? Make sure you put that in the comments as well. If anybody is watching the game. It's weird, isn't it? Because Hudson-Odoi's arm is in such a natural position. I mean, Tuchel and Solskjaer having a row. And Chris, mate, I'm as confused as you are because I thought he'd pointed to the spot to give the penalty. And because I think even Gary Neville said, yeah, it's going to be a penalty. I was confused as but I mean, we digress. 0-0, 17 minutes in. My stream is so behind, I'm still in the 14th minute. That's unfortunate. Tubbs, of course, you're watching it from... Are you watching it on a totally legal site, Tubbs? Are you watching it on a totally legal site? It's weird, though. I am almost certain that is a penalty. I don't know if anybody agrees with me. I know Chris agrees with me. Because he pointed to the referee pointed to the spot. I don't know who the ref is. If someone could tell me who the ref is. For some reason, I thought my TV was behind when saw Maguire take free kick. That's what I thought as well. I was like, what? How is it a free kick when they were checking a penalty? But I mean, weird. I mean, Man United should have probably been 1-0 ahead in this game. It should have been a penalty. Totally kidding. Yep. We keep those totally legal sites going. That's a free kick to Chelsea on halfway line. But yeah, but like Gary Neville just said, the Chelsea players were appealing for a handball on Greenwood when initially the handball was by Hudson-Odoi. So I don't know what's happening. I mean, refs do it out well. Thank you very much, Kyle. It's weird. It's a very weird call. For me, if it hits your hand, it's a penalty. I mean, it's not just that it hit his hand. His hand was like up in the air, almost if he was doing that Egyptian dance that I was talking about. His arm was up there and it just hit his hand. I mean, Greenwood would have had the ball anyway, but it's a strange one, that, because I thought that Stuart Atwell had pointed to the spot for the penalty. But no, he must have pointed for the spot for the free kick, the other side of the pitch. Weird one, that. But yeah, anyway, we'll get on with the game. I've been talking for 2.5 minutes about this now. Tubbs has even said it was a penalty. Kyle, what did you think? Anyway, I know you haven't said what you thought yet. I need you to back the boys up here, because everyone's saying it was a penalty. Apart from the referee and VAR, of course. Wouldn't say Egyptian dance. I say the way Sterling runs. I mean, Sterling don't run with his arms up like... Sterling runs like Velma from Scooby-Doo. Like his arms on his, like, up next to his, like, chest. Oh, no, it hits Greenwood's arm first. No, it didn't. It didn't hit Greenwood's arm first. He punched it out and it hit Hudson-Odoi's arm, then hit Greenwood's arm. Or it didn't even hit Cho's arm. It hit his hand. Definitely hit Hudson-Odoi's hand. But yeah, Chelsea got the ball back in their own half now. Edward Mendy, 29 tomorrow. See, listening to commentary, you learn so much more about the players. Daniel James is absolutely just wiped out Kovacic. Fernandes went for an audacious one and Mendy caught it on the line. Free kick Chelsea in about 20 yards into it. I'm thinking, I'm listening to it on the radio, so I can't help you. Right, Kyle. Never mind. It's a mess, like I said about his loss. Yeah, like that needs to be cleared up. Is that handball? Because it's definitely below the shirt line for that one. But Manchester United coming forward with McTominay. Oh, well tackled by Ziyech. I mean, he's given the free kick to Man United, but I thought Ziyech did well to just harass McTominay and get the ball back. But United free kick inside enemy territory right now. Just inside the Chelsea half. And Fernandes, I think they're going to try and whip one into the box here. They definitely are. Maguire and Lindelof going forward. Fernandes tries a quick one forward to Rashford. It's headed away. Out to Maguire, who tries a ball over to Daniel James. He's going to go out for a throw-in. At least it's not Stephen McManaman stating the obvious. What's wrong with Maguire's face? He looks like he had a fist fight. I mean, that's just Maguire, Tubbs. He just looks like that all the time. Just talking about Daniel James, though, now. He's on a bit of decent form. 5 goals in his last 9 appearances, which is decent for a squad player, for sure. I mean, of course, he started the last 3. I'm kind of glad he's starting today because he can use his energy and his pace a lot more. I think we've seen that already, and Giroud's give the ball away, and Manchester United can pick the ball up with Daniel James to Wan-Bissaka. Gets it to Greenwood, who started very sharply so far, but Giroud back there helping out for Chelsea, and Kovacic getting harassed by Greenwood. Does well to get it to Kante. Now Kante trying to find a ball to Giroud, and Maguire's there, but passes it straight to Mount, and Mount tries a switch to Hudson-Odoi. It's a good switch as well, and Hudson-Odoi, Azpilicueta on the right, early cross, pass it back to Hudson-Odoi, hits it on the volley, and it just goes wide. It's a good chance for Chelsea, probably the best chance of the game so far, and the man embroiled in that controversy earlier on, Hudson-Odoi, had the chance. It's Mason Mount initially, great switch of play, and Hudson-Odoi just runs at Luke Shaw, obviously sees Azpilicueta on the overlap, and then Azpilicueta smartly just pulls it back to Hudson-Odoi, hits it on the half volley, and it just bounces wide of the left-hand post. But I'm just messing with Kyle. Maguire's face looks the same. I do have a feeling Fred and McTominay will have a red card. I hope not, because they're both beasts. Do you think any red cards today? I mean, there's not normally many red cards in a game between Man United and Chelsea. It's not normally a feisty affair, to be fair. But I mean, if there is, there is. You know what I mean? People ask me who's referee for Liverpool. I don't care. They're so useless in the Premier League. I mean, that's probably one of the most true statements I've ever seen, to be fair. I mean, they're all crap, aren't they? They all love a mistake. Oh, Dan James, nice header into the middle, looking for Greenwood. Rudiger did well, though, just blasted it out to stop Greenwood getting it for a throw into Manchester United, so Chelsea could regroup. So far, it's been a very even affair, I'd say. It's been very cagey. And when both teams go forward, they look dangerous, of course. Two teams quite good at attacking, quite shit at defending, I'm not going to lie. Both teams have got that in them. Dan James wins a throw-in further up the pitch. Fred McTominay and Wan-Bissaka are rash as hell. I think they're just good at tackling, I'm not going to lie. I think Wan-Bissaka especially, he just knows that he's going to win the ball most of the time. That's why he slides in and wins. And with it, it's because he's got long legs as well. Fred is just that type of player that is tenacious and he does like to go for a challenge and stuff. It's John Moss after in the middle. Tell Chris. I don't know what you mean. Is he the ref for the Liverpool game? Fred McTominay, yeah, I've read that one out. With McTominay, I mean, he's just McTominay and he's just big and wins free kicks and Fred, nice. He did well to win the ball back and break up the play for Chelsea. And then the loose ball by Maguire, he's found McTominay in the middle. McTominay round Mason Mount to Wan-Bissaka. On the right-hand side, here's Daniel James to Greenwood. Greenwood to Wan-Bissaka. It's not enough on the ball, and Mason Mount can get it clear. Chilwell kind of goes back into a little bit of danger, though, but he's passed it out well. And here's Kante now. Oh, he's given it away to Fred. And here's Rashford now. Fernandes tries the reverse ball to Rashford. And I think that's going to be a corner. I don't know if it's going to be a corner, but Kante's pass out. Just Fred reads it really well, intercepts it well. Loose ball to Rashford. Rashford thinks about shooting, just kind of tips it to Fernandes, tries the reverse ball, and it's going to be a goal kick to Chelsea. He's doing Liverpool. Katie, what do you think would have happened to Bayern if we went through and got? Sure, I don't think you'd have got Leroy Sané instead, would you? I mean, who would you rather have? Would you rather have Hudson-Odoi or would you rather have Leroy Sané? That's a foul by McTominay. Yes, Chris, the downside is easy, especially VAR settings in play. I'm not really sure what you're trying to tell me, mate. Apologies for my ignorance. Bit of confusion from Carl there in the chat. We're about 25 minutes into this game, and it's gone quite fast, to be fair. We're going to have to find something to talk about at half-time as well, because normally the 15 minutes is the longest 15 minutes in the history. Just kidding, Carl. You wouldn't see Harry's face if it were true. I think he was trying to joke that Harry Maguire was in a fist fight, so his face looked a little bit weird. I didn't understand it at first, but now he's explained it, I kind of get it. But yeah, Man United sort of settling into a rhythm at the moment. We would have got Sané, Coman, Gnabry, Ancho, and Musiala. I mean, Musiala looks like a really, really good player. So he's got bags of potential. But I'm saying, if you would have signed Hudson-Odoi, would you have signed Sané as well? Because, I mean, you were in for Hudson-Odoi before you were in for Leroy Sané, of course, weren't you? Coman and Gnabry, though, again, they've come on leaps and bounds the last few years, especially Sergio Gnabry. Champions League last year, he was absolutely class. I know he obviously stat padded against Spurs, but apart from that, it was class, wasn't he? Mount tries to dink one into Ziyech over the top, but it's going to go out for a goal kick to Manchester United. And I think later on in the game, the likes of Werner and Pulisic and Havertz, for sure, can get at this Man United defence when they're tired. Chris says, I'm glad Sané no longer playing for City. I feared him against Liverpool. I absolutely love Leroy Sané. Poor Harry can't catch a break. I know. They don't. Nobody likes him, do they? I like him. He's our captain. I'll support him. Luke Shaw on the left-hand side for Man United, though, tries an inside ball to Fernandes, but it's going to go out for a throw into Man United after the interception from Kante. And what do you guys think of N'Golo Kante at the moment? Do you think he's got a future at Chelsea, or do you think he'll end up moving in the summer? Because he's kind of been brought back into the squad under Thomas Tuchel. Frank Lampard didn't really utilise him as much. I'm not going to lie, of course. Sarri used to play him as a right winger. His career's kind of gone downhill a bit after the last few years, hasn't it? I mean, he's still a fantastic footballer, nevertheless. But if you know what I mean with N'Golo Kante, he's not at his best. He's not been at his best for a while. Maguire's good, but can be bad at the same time. I think he's just a scapegoat for the media, to be fair, and for Manchester United fans in general. If they want to blame someone, they'll blame Harry Maguire just because he's Harry Maguire. Man United inside Chelsea's half, though, with Lindelof. Runs forward and finds Greenwood. Back to Maguire. There's McTominay inside the lines. Back to Fred. And Fernandes peels off to the left wing this time. Tries a ball over the top of Rashford. It's a good ball. It has found Rashford. And, I mean, he couldn't quite get the touch on it. And it's going to be an offside against Marcus Rashford. That's two. That's two offsides for Marcus Rashford already this game. He went a little bit early. And you know what? I think he's about 2 or 3 inches offside. He might move on to someone, maybe PSG. I could see that. I could see him going to PSG. Who do you think will play left-hand side in the Euros for us? I think the front three will probably be Rashford, Sterling, and Kane. Or Sancho in there as well. McTominay's been robbed of possession by Mason Mount, and now Chelsea can really come forward. Ziyech tries a ball to Hudson-Odoi. It's an awful pass. Hudson-Odoi wanted it through the middle. Ziyech went on the right. It's going to be a throw into United, which Luke Shaw will take. But, I mean, not really on the same wavelength there, Ziyech and Hudson-Odoi. Of course, Ziyech not played that much for Chelsea this year through injuries. And Hudson-Odoi not really played much for Chelsea either through just not wanting to play. I bet Kyle would kill me when I say I don't rate Rashford at all. Tubbs, I'm going to kill you as well. Why don't you rate Marcus Rashford? He's one of the best players. He's one of the best wingers in the league, for sure, easily. Oh. That's nice play by McTominay though. Wan-Bissaka tries the ball over the top of Fernandes, heads it on, looking for Daniel James. Christensen had to be quick because Daniel James is obviously quick and headed it back to Mendy. And Chelsea can build from the back again. Chilwell under pressure from Greenwood. Christensen now. Here's Mendy. Playing out from the back, of course. The press is high from United. Hudson-Odoi. Back to Mendy. Good play from Chelsea at the back. Kovacic. Hudson-Odoi again. Like I said, the press is high from United and Hudson-Odoi to get out. And I said they've done well. Hudson-Odoi tried to switch it and Rudiger left it for, I think, Chilwell, and they both just let it run out of play. Man United throwing inside Chelsea's half, and I mean, Chelsea at the moment, playing really well. His inconsistency is too much. He's got like 39 goals and assists in all competitions this year, Marcus Rashford, I think. Or it might be 29. I mean, the stats speak for themselves. You know what I mean? If Raheem Sterling's good, then so is Marcus Rashford. So I think everyone loves him as well. Maybe apart from you. But United building out from the back with Maguire. Still Maguire. Tries to switch a play to Daniel James on the right. Heads it down for Wan-Bissaka. Did well, Daniel James, because he's not the tallest player. And there's a lot of height on that ball. And McTominay now to Lindelof. Oh my, I don't rate Sterling either. Do you just not like anybody? Oh, what a pass from Lindelof to Luke Shaw, though. Get him in on the left-hand side. Luke Shaw now up against Hudson-Odoi. Shaw's just had to run out of the box. Fernandes now to Harry Maguire. Here's Fred on the left-hand side. He's got really nobody to pass the ball to here, Fred. Leaves it for Fernandes. Here's Luke Shaw again. Fernandes again. Lucky for Luke Shaw down the line. It's going to go out and play that for a throw-in, though. Too much on the ball from Fernandes. It's a throw-in. And Rashford is lazy going back. Yeah, that is one thing that Rashford could pick up on. He's tracking back. But Messi doesn't track back either, and neither does Neymar. I mean, yes. So I know. I'm obviously not comparing Marcus Rashford to Neymar and the other person. I said Messi. But you just need to recognise that Marcus Rashford's game is a lot different to those two players, and he's not one of those players that's going to. He's best utilised in the attacking areas, where in and around the box, outside the box, on the wing, where he can run at people. That's where Marcus Rashford's at his best. I'm sure we'll see that at some point in this game. Chelsea now with the ball inside United's half with Mason Mount. Tries a little reverse pass, and Mason Mount he's looking sharp already. And De Gea's give the ball away, and it's a snapshot by Giroud. It goes flying over the crossbar. But David De Gea let off there because he just kicks it straight out to Olivier Giroud. It was about 25 yards out. Obviously, took the snapshot on. And he just didn't catch all as well. Rosed, Robin over Messi all day, of course. Being a Bayern fan, you would say that. You're going to hate me, Kieren. I do rate Rashford. Every time I see him play, he always wants to do it all by himself. Runs to defence a lot, bad passing sometimes. If you can improve that, thumbs up. Can't take it in Milan, maybe. That could happen, of course, linking back up with Antonio Conte. I could see that happening, Chris. I think for all that Rashford does, Kyle, he still scores a lot of goals, and of course he tries to do it all by himself because he's got the quality to do it all by himself, I think. He's just, of course, he's got to get better at that and get more consistent at beating his opponent. 24 times. Ball through from Fred. They're looking for Fernandes. It's cut out well by, I think it was Christensen back there. But Ziyech is caught in possession by Fred, and Fred is taken down. United, the advantage is going to play because United have the ball. Greenwood to Rashford. Up against Azpilicueta. Back to Fernandes now. Back to Rashford. They're not on the same wavelength for all at the moment, those two. Out for a throw-in. Timo Werner's warming up down there. One goal and one assist in the last 4 Premier League appearances. So this is where he gets 2 today and wins Chelsea the game. Chelsea at the back though with the ball though. And again, they're playing it out and they're playing a dangerous game at the moment, but they've done well there. And Kovacic, Giroud, well marshalled by Maguire. Ziyech beat Maguire to the ball. I mean, Maguire beat Ziyech to the ball. And here's Lindelof. Back to De Gea. Here's Wan-Bissaka. Where would you say, right? Definitely left wing. Definitely where he's playing now. It's definitely where he's playing now that he's best at, for sure. Rice to Chelsea's nailed on, in my opinion. I don't think it is anymore. I think Frank Lampard wanted Declan Rice. And, of course, Declan Rice, I don't think he'll leave West Ham next year. Maguire down the left-hand side, though, tried to get it to Shaw. And Azpilicueta actually missed the ball. Luke Shaw gets the ball. Who have United got next week? We've got Palace in midweek. And then... Is it Leicester? No, it's City. It's City. I think we've got City next week. Is it next week we've got City? I need to check this. Hang on. I'm just going to check who Man United I've got next week. Is it City? Next Saturday? Sunday? Yeah, Man City next Sunday. 4:30. Same time as today. We've got Manchester City at the Etihad. I am shitting myself. Yeah, good point. Now Lampard's gone. I think Lampard was number one target was definitely Declan Rice because Kante was going to leave. We don't even know Rashford's best position. It's left wing for sure. The corner's whipped in though. It's cleared away out for a throw-in. It's definitely left wing, Tubbs, for sure. The last 2 years, he has come on leaps and bounds. I mean, the amount of goals that he scored last year and the amount of goals he's got this year as well. It's definitely left wing. Please don't kill. I won't kill you. I can take people criticising my players, especially when it's Rashford, because there's a lot that he can do better in his game. But I still think he's got the potential to be one of the best players in the world. I'm not going to lie. Still only 23 or whatever it is as well, which is absolutely crazy to think he's been around for absolutely ages. One of the most experienced 23-year-olds you'll ever meet, I think, Marcus Rashford. But yeah, 35 minutes on the clock now. And it's been a weird game. I'd say that Man United have probably been on top for the last 15 or so minutes, of course, in terms of the ball. I mean, neither team's really done anything inside each other's penalty areas. Okay, left wing then. Is he best left wing in the Prem this season? No. It's weird that. Who probably is the best left wing in the Premier League this season? Maybe Grealish. But Grealish doesn't always play left wing. I feel like I'm missing someone obvious here. Son as well. Oh, it's a brilliant ball in, and Giroud should have probably scored. I'm not going to lie. Hudson-Odoi put a great ball in from the right-hand side, and Giroud was diving in there. I think he might have hurt his back as well. Hudson-Odoi, it's a great ball from Rudiger on the right-hand side. And Hudson-Odoi takes a touch. Great delivery in. And I mean, Giroud has to put that in. I'm not going to lie. I thought it was probably going to go in from Giroud. It was a lovely ball in by Hudson-Odoi. Giroud in between Maguire and Lindelof. And he has to be doing better with that. And he collides his back with the post. And of course, he's receiving treatment now. I don't know the best left wing in the Premier League this season. I feel like I'm missing something. Yeah, Son, but Barnes has been good this year. Does Rashford link up well in this league with Shaw? Yeah, for sure. Those two have developed a partnership on that left-hand side this season, of course. Luke Shaw as well. This season, probably been the best left-back in the Premier League. I'm not going to lie. If anybody disagrees with that, that's fine. But I think this season, Luke Shaw been the best left-back in the league. In terms of his creativity, I know the stats go around that he's better creatively this season than Andy Robertson. Of course, we got in the Team of the Year and stuff last year. So, I mean, it's been fantastic this year, Luke Shaw. But yeah. That chance though, again, they've showed about 2 or 3 replays of it. Giroud really has to do better with that. He's diving for the ball, but I feel like he could have got a touch on that at least, and probably should have been a 1-0 to Chelsea in the 37th minute of the game. But no, Man United survive and come forward again. Maguire tries one over the top to Rashford. Rashford is going to keep this in. I think when he collides with the advertising board and goes over. I think he's okay though. Okay, Kieren, I rate Tierney more than Shot. Yeah, you must be an Arsenal fan. Kieren Tierney is really good. He is really good. I like Kieren Tierney, but I think Shaw this season has been the best left back in the Premier League. Shaw for England, like Chris says, yeah. I think me and the boys were talking last night when we were in a call playing FIFA. We were saying that we're excited to see Luke Shaw play for England because we were playing right backs at left back. Of course, we might actually have a proper left back playing left back. Because I know he doesn't really, of course, he started to choose Ben Chilwell. Robertson, not this season. Robertson's not been the best this season. In terms of quality and consistency, Luke Shaw, I mean, Robertson has been the best left back in the Premier League for the last 2 or 3 years. But Luke Shaw this season has been the best left back in the league, for sure. But Chelsea coming forward with Kante, but he's lost the ball to Fernandes, and there's a free kick being given to Chelsea on the halfway line it's a head injury, for Ziyech. On the halfway line. I don't really know what's happening with the ball. I'm not going to lie. But Ziyech is down, holding his head. I think he's going to need some treatment. We'll see what happens. Lindelof and him jump for the ball, and Lindelof just kind of pushes the back of his net. I'm biding my moderator status, Kid. Goodbye, KD. He's going to take it away. I'm not going to take your moderator status away, Tubbs. I feel like you just try to rattle me a little bit and try to test my patience, aren't you? Just wait till Man United go 1-0 down, and I'm like, I'm just absolutely blasting everyone out of the chat. Robertson better overall, but not this season. I think that's probably the perfect way to describe it, Chris, to be honest. Robertson is the better overall left back, but this season Luke Shaw's been the best left back in the Premier League. And I don't think many people disagree with me, to be fair, either. So, but we haven't really seen much of Mason Greenwood in this half. We saw a little bit at the start of the first half, of course. But really, I'm not chatting bollocks. But fair enough. And Man United coming again. With Greenwood down the right side. Just said we didn't really see much of him. He's up against Mason Mount. Cuts back and finds Aaron Bissaka. To be fair, Luke Shaw's been sensational this season. Compared to the sort of like a few seasons ago, yeah, shot for sure. That's a free kick. Arnold and Wan-Bissaka have to be England right backs at Euros. For some reason, I don't know why he doesn't like Wan-Bissaka. But he'll choose Walker and he'll choose Kieren Tierney for sure, even though Wan-Bissaka plays 90 minutes every week for Man United and quite solid every week as well. So, and Edward Mendy had to be careful there. The press has been good from United so far. It's putting Chelsea under pressure. And Chelsea have given the ball away again. Daniel James to Fred. Fred outside the area. Skips a couple of challenges. Fred tackled on the edge of the area well. But United win it back through short. And Fernandes tries to curl it. It's deflected. And just wide. I think that's going to be a corner. It is. But a decent chance again for Manchester United. Trippier, you mean not Tierney? Yeah, I meant Trippier. Sorry. James not playing at Chelsea. Yeah, James is not playing. But yeah, Fred did really well edge of the area to win that. Fernandes took the shot, and I think it can say and went out for a corner to United. It's a good chance to get the head on the ball on the head of Harry Maguire here. Luke Shaw's had good deliveries all season. Get it on Maguire's head and stick it in the back of the net. Here we go. McTominay's in there as well. Luke Shaw's crossing is towards the middle where Greenwood was. It's cleared away by Chelsea, but here come Man United again with Fernandes. It's going to be re-put back into that area. And Haspilicueta heads it away. Lindelof's going to get there and find Fred again. Fernandes trying to put it back in the area. Fred's going to instead go back to Wan-Bissaka. If Southgate was to leave England, who would you like to see as manager? I don't know. They'd end up giving it to Frank Lampard, wouldn't they? Here's Fernandes to Wan-Bissaka. Last 5 minutes of the first half. We've got 4 left. Greenwood's done well. McTominay. This is fast from Manchester United. James taken down again. I mean, he's been on the floor a lot this game, Daniel James. I feel sorry for him because he's getting tight. He's getting targeted. That's what I'm trying to say. Fred tries one over the top to he switched it to the right side where Greenwood is. And here's McTominay. Here's Shaw. Rashford. Maguire's going to keep that in. And Maguire, where's he going? He's won the throw-in, I think. He's won the throw-in, Maguire. You like to see Mark Goldbridge as the captain, as the England manager, Tubbs. Right. I mean, I watched last week 90 minutes of Arsenal City last week. And this game so far has been more enjoyable, for sure. But United, with about 2.5 minutes left, I can't see there being much added time, probably about a minute or two. Here come United, though, with McTominay. Here's Daniel James up against Chilwell, the 221s. James, good cross in. And Fernandes went up for the header, but it was cleared away, I think, in there by Christensen. But straight back to United and Maguire to Shaw. Back to Lindelof. Tries one over the top for Fernandes. It's a great ball. Fernandes heads it to Rashford. Rashford with a chance to shoot. Kante did really well in there. Probably should have just took the snapshot, Marcus Rashford, but Kante did really well in there. And it's out for another corner to United. A lot of pressure from Manchester United in the late part of this first half. It's smart from Fernandes, heads it down. Rashford takes one touch and nods, and it's Kante who comes in and just clears the ball out. And he sensed the danger well, N'Golo Kante, of course, so good at that. He'd call them all bloody prats every time they lose. Chris is just, I beg Liverpool, just bloody win. I mean, a few years ago, Chris, that was me, but the corner's whipped in by Fernandes. And Mendy and I think it was Rudiger got a little bit confused. Mendy got half a punch on it to clear away. And Fred's going to let it run out for a throw-in. I think 3-1 to Liverpool. Good lad, Chris, going for 3-1 predictions. Useless, bloody useless, of course, Tubbs referring to Goldbridge there. But we are almost at half-time. 44th minute ticks over. Wan-Bissaka's got a throw on the right-hand side for Manchester United. Who's he going to throw it to? I mean, he's looking around. He's throwing it to Fred. And it's going to go out of play for a Chelsea throw-in. I wonder how much added time is actually going to be. But I'd say it's been fairly even so far in the game. It's been a fairly even tie. Poole will win 4-0. That's what Tubbs has said. And Lindelof wins the header. Giroud tried the scorpion kick to clear, but it's gone straight to Wan-Bissaka. Giroud again tried the scorpion kick to clear, went straight to Wan-Bissaka. But it's going to be a free kick against for Chelsea. Wan-Bissaka adjudged to a foul, Olivier Giroud. Wouldn't be shocked with Jota winner off the bench. Is he on the bench today, Chris? Is he been confirmed to be back fit? Oh. It's a long ball tried downfield by Chelsea. Wan-Bissaka missed the clearance. Chilwell on the left-hand side. 2 minutes of added time. Chilwell tries the ball into the box to be caught by David De Gea. But yeah, 1 minute and 45 seconds of the 2 added on left in this game in the first half, of course. It's been quite an entertaining affair. I think probably a lot of people would agree when we had a potential handball. I know we've not had a fair few clear-cut chances, but I think both of these teams are playing quite positively. Nobody's really sitting back and waiting for the other to make a mistake and counter, if you know what I mean. Both teams have come here to win this game today. And here come Manchester United with Luke Shaw. And I think Greenwood was down there. Oh, it's a terrible pass on. Fernandes is onto it fast. And Manchester United with Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw to Fernandes. Leaves it. And it was awful communication, really, between Man United players. Apparently, Keita started along. Doesn't get injured on the team. But Man United coming forward. Rashford skips past Hudson-Odoi. Greenwood took the shot. It's blocked. Wan-Bissaka. Back to Lindelof. McTominay. To Dan James. Wins the throw in United. 40 seconds left. I think Rashford's never been the same since that injury. I think it's still there. Yeah, it's always going to be there with your back problem. Is that a corner for Man United, or is that goal kick? Sorry, at the hands of Edward Mendy. Bit of afters between Rudiger and McTominay. Yeah, it's probably going to be 0-0 at half-time, this, I think. I mean, you say he's not been the same. He has scored a lot of goals this season, Tubbs. I think Leicester should finish top 4, but there could be a few doubts on today. It could be true. I mean, to be fair to Arsenal, they played well, did Arsenal. They're a good side when everything clicks. Arsenal are a good side. I don't like to say it because I like to banter him a lot, but Man United have a chance in the last seconds of the first half. Rashford Hudson-Odoi marshalled in well. It's come back to Shaw, who tried the cross. Kante blocks it. It's going to be half-time there. I think it's been a very even half. I'm not going to lie. It's 0-0 at half-time. We'll update the banner. We had a VAR call. Probably should have been a penalty. Half-time live, 0-0. But yeah, just before I forget, I haven't done it so far. Make sure to follow the Twitter, which is @_topcorner, to make sure you keep up to date with every single thing that comes on the channel. We have the schedule on there. We have the articles that go up on the website, thesports-corner.com. I'm sure we'll have a few links in the chat in a few seconds from a certain someone. Last meeting ended 0-0 back in November, December. I know. I need to go make some food because I'm starving. I think Leicester should finish top 4, but there could be a few doubts today. Yeah, read that one out already. I'm a twat. But yeah, I mean, now we've seen that, we'll have predictions in the comments while I just go make a quick snack 1 second. Predictions in the comments for the second half. It's 0-0 at our time, so everyone make a new prediction and we'll start it going. Kyle, I couldn't agree with you more. I hope this game doesn't end a 0-0. I want us to win. We need to win because in my head, if we win today, we should be quite safe for the top 4. Of course, Chelsea are 4th. We should be quite safe for the top 4. Let me have a look at the table real quick. Yeah, Chelsea are 5th. If we were to win today, we would be 9 points ahead of them. Now, everyone get your predictions in the comments. And we're also going to play something else as well, which is called Van der Beek Bingo. 1 second. Van der Beek Bingo. What minute is Donny Van der Beek going to be brought on? Or is he not going to be brought on at all? So while you guys do that, I'm going to go make a sandwich. It'll be 2 seconds. Hey up, lads, we're back. I've got my cheese sandwich. Just had a talk to Rowan and Josh in there as well. Subs said Pulisic and Werner will come on in around 65th minute and run circles around the two fridges. Right. 1-0 United win. Van der Beek, 80th minute. 2 Giroud goals cut incoming. Well, Josh had just told me that he got injured. That injury where he collided with a post, of course. Well, I'm almost certain they're going to talk about the handball after. Yeah, they are. Of course they are. I want to see what Roy Keane and everyone's got to say. I'm talking to Graham's first. Just listen to Graham Souness. Of course, Graham Souness says it isn't a penalty. He was. He was an absolute fire, Chris, today. Roy Keane thinks it's a penalty. Floyd Hasselback also thinks it's a penalty, I think. But he said he doesn't think it should be a penalty, but he said he's lucky. It's an unnatural position, like I said. Keane versus Redknapp, yeah. There were some flames on there, weren't there? Yeah, Chris, honestly, it was still a penalty. I mean, it was a penalty. Definitely a penalty. That Giroud chance was so close, boys. But of course, there's a game later on, I'm pretty sure, on the Sports Corner YouTube channel. I'm pretty sure. Is it PSG and Marseille? 1 second. Marseille-Lyon is. I'm pretty sure we're doing a watch along about on that later on. Now, I hope I'm not wrong. I think we are. I mean, Solskjaer and Tuchel were just arguing about that in the after the penalty. I'm not saying that say no games. I mean, yeah. Subs said no pen. There was one at camera angle. It hint the camera was near the corner flag. It showed it. Every single angle, Tubbs, shows that it hits Hudson-Odoi's arm and then hits Greenwood's arm. Of course, from the angle of the corner flag, it would look like it hit Greenwood first because Greenwood was stood in front, behind Hudson-Odoi. Some of the adverts are just mental out there. Chris, what do you think for later on? Do you think you'll win? What would you do if you lost? Just picture it. 90th minute. 90th minute, balls in box. John Fleck. Phil Jagielka would be worse. Ball in the box. Phil Jagielka, 90th minute header into back stick. Just sticks it back at net. Imagine that. Oh, that'd be a funny one. Oh, I suppose I better do a prediction as well. Do you know what, boys? We're going to go for it. Man United, 2-1. Mason Greenwood will score next. We're going for it. However, Daniel James will probably come off at some point for Martial. Thank you. I got there in the end. Mason Greenwood will probably go on for Martial. I mean, just look at the replay of that. It just is a penalty, isn't it? It's weird, isn't it? Sticking with 2-2, prediction from the start. I'll ask someone from America to get me gun delivered. Yeah, so just because of one camera angle, the penalty card is reasonable doubt. I think every camera angle makes it look different. You can see things from a different angle, it'll look different. But I mean, there's 3 or 4 of us in the chat that are saying it's a penalty. But everyone's entitled to their own opinion, of course. If you don't think it's a penalty, then you don't think it's a penalty. But I think for me this is not even me being biased, but with the handball rule in the Premier League being changed every bloody week, we don't actually know what the handball rule is anymore. So for me, that's a penalty. I'm not going to lie, because it does his arms in an unnatural position, and it hits his hand. Brewster to score first goal of the season. You watch. You know what, Chris? That would be funny. Do you think he'd celebrate? You think he'd celebrate doing like a swan or something, like a proper shithouse celebration? Run to Klopp and just like kiss him or something. Oh yes. See, I tell you, half time, it takes the absolute mick. I tell you, Brewster hat-trick coming. Any more watch-alongs coming up tonight? I think there is another one tonight, Daz. Now, hold me to this. I think it's Marseille Lyon. I'm not just right. I'm going to check the Twitter for this. I'm going to check the Twitter. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know if we ever watched one today. Let me go ask Rowan. Daz, I was right. We do have another watch along later on today. We have, is it Marseille versus Lyon? Lyon Marseille. Let me have a check. Marseille versus Lyon. Marseille versus Lyon is at 7:45. No, 8 o'clock. Live about 8:50. No, 7:50, 7:55. We'll be live for that one. But the best thing to do, if you ever want to know if there's a watch song happening, follow us on the Twitter at @_topcorner. That's where we have the schedule. Josh tweets out the games that are coming up on the day, and what's coming up on the website, of course, thesports-corner.com. Make sure you look for the articles, and then we've got a lot of stuff coming up this week. OM versus OL, that's a good one. Yeah, I think it's going to be Josh and Kieran Lawler for that one. So I'm having a cry when we lose to Chelsea. I think we are probably going to be getting ready for the second half. And I mean, someone's getting detailed instructions. Reece James, I think it is. Of course, nobody else has got that trim. Just listening to what Jimmy Floyd Hasselbank had to say. Apparently Hudson-Odoi is coming off and Reece James is coming on. I feel so sorry for Hudson-Odoi. No matter what manager has him, they just don't like him, do they? That's like KD versus KL. Nah, we're good mates, me and Kieren. Reece James coming on, though, of course. Dangerous player. Get ready for the second half, boys. Of course, the Chelsea players are already out. Second half is about to be live in a few seconds. And apparently, former Premier League manager Glenn Roeder has died at the age of 65, which is not something you want to hear. Now, Chris, I don't mean to alarm you, but I have just seen something on Twitter that says that Adrian might be starting tonight. Now, I don't want you to be... Now, I know Will absolutely hates Adrian. We are getting back underway, though. Hudson-Odoi comes off. Reece James comes on for Chelsea. Wonder how they're going to look now. Is Reece James going to be that right wing-back type player? Espilicueta into the middle of the back three. Solskjaer's talking to the ref about something. I'm not quite sure why. So I'll probably talk about a handball. Any change for United, do you think? Nah, United won't make any changes this half. That half-time, sorry. Probably about 15, 20 minutes until we make a change in the second half. Adrian will start. Alisson is out due to family reasons. Yeah, of course, his dad unfortunately died. Now, of course, I'm sure a lot of Liverpool fans are thinking, start Kelleher because we prefer Kelleher, but it's probably going to be Adrian in net tonight against Sheffield United. Imagine Brewster scoring against Adrian and just bloody flexing on him or something. We are getting back underway, though. It will be Chelsea who get us back underway this time. But yeah, they've gone to a back five, I think, Chelsea. With wing-back Chilwell. That's hit the ref. It's going to be a drop ball in the middle of the pitch. Any other games going on today? Napoli. Nah, no real big games going on today anyway. Have Salzburg scored? Yeah, Patson Daka's took that penalty away, haven't they? Yeah, Patson Daka just took the penalty away for Salzburg. Nice. How about Adrian Bingo? What made Adrian mess up? So that's good. That if we were doing the Liverpool game, that'd be a good one to do. But I just don't think we'll be doing a Liverpool game. Adrian is crap. Kelly's the second choice. Hopefully, it's false news that Kelly has that. I mean, it looks like Hudson-Odoi's got a problem. He's got a bandage round his leg. He's definitely injured. That's probably a change enforced by that. He had a bandage around his head with an ice pack. His leg, sorry, with an ice pack inside the bandage. So he's probably hurt his I think it was just above his knee sort of area. So he's probably hurt his leg. Gallagher is still injured, yeah? Is he still injured, Tubbs? Maybe that's why Adrian's starting. But here we go. With the second half, we are already a minute and a half in. Of course, here is Reece James on the ball. Ziyech to Rudiger. And Kovacic for Chelsea. Ziyech. Oh, the pass to Mason Mount was just a little bit behind him. That makes sense, yeah. If Kelleher was fit, I'm sure Kelleher would start, which says a lot about Adrian, to be fair. Maguire just whacks that downfield, looking for Rashford, who nods it on. Nobody was there, though. Mason Greenwood playing through the middle today. I'm sure we'll see Martial at some point in the second half. But as of now, Greenwood down the middle, Rashford left, James right. Chelsea building from the back. And Giroud holding the ball up, Lindelof up against him. Kovacic as well. Edward Mendy clears it upfield. Out of play for a throw into Man United. And Chelsea have actually won the ball from that throw-in. There's Mason Mount. Down to Chilwell, left-hand side. He's got past McTominay. A lot of space. Chilwell back to Giroud. It's missing Ziyech. Great save. Ziyech back to Reece James. Blocked by Luke Shaw. Back out to Azpilicueta. James again. James puts the ball in, headed behind by Luke Shaw and caught by David De Gea. But what a save from David De Gea from Hakim Ziyech, who had the chance, and then Luke Shaw threw his body on the line. What a great block that is from Luke Shaw. Great save by David De Gea there. Diving away from the ball, and he puts his arm out and makes a great save. Then the follow-up from Reece James, blocked by Luke Shaw. Great work from David De Gea there. And Chelsea absolutely dominating the ball at the moment. And Fred crops Mason Mount. And it's a yellow card for Fred. And Chelsea definitely started the second half the better. Yeah, definitely a booking for Fred, though. Scissor action from behind. I mean, you could bet your house on Fred getting a yellow card. That's his fourth yellow card of the season. Seems to get a yellow card every game. I don't know how he's only got 4. Free kick for Chelsea, though. Mason Mount's take. Tries to float it back to Chilwell. Chilwell tries to dink one into the box. It's cleared by Bissaka. Kovacic now. Chilwell. Back to Azpilicueta. James. Azpilicueta again. Kante in a lot of space in the middle. Rudiger now. Here's Kovacic. To Giroud. To Kovacic. It's a lovely ball out there, but Reece James just slipped as he tried to get the ball, and it's going to go out for a throw into United. Five minutes into the second half, though, and definitely Chelsea the better of these two sides so far. Oh, Rashford heavy touch in the middle of the park there, and now Chelsea again with Giroud. Reece James. Azpilicueta. Kante. Rudiger. Azpilicueta. Here's Christensen. Reece James. Giroud. Kante, James again. Azpilicueta. Chelsea playing around the defenders at the moment. Good cut out by Fred, though, and now United can come forward with Rashford. Left-hand side. Marcus Rashford curls it over to Daniel James. And Dan James shoots, and it's blocked and out for a corner. I mean, he did well to fathom the shot out of such a tight angle, Daniel James. Of course, players flying in. Rashford did well to find him. Touch, good. Does well to take it past Christensen. The shot is blocked off Christensen. It's going to be a corner kick for United. And it was probably going straight out Mendy, the shot, but corner kick for United nevertheless. It's going to be Luke Shaw to take the corner. It needs to be a good corner delivered in. Maguire's in there. Lindelof's in there. McTominay's in there as well. And here we go. Man United. Luke Shaw to whip this one in. It is whipped in by Luke Shaw towards Lindelof's, headed away easily by Giroud, but Fred gives the ball away. And there's a 2-on-4 for Chelsea at the moment, but the pass from Giroud's not good enough, and Kovacic has to go backwards. And United have men back now, but Reece James to Ziyech. Ziyech inside Fernandes. Ziyech, he's going to shoot. It's blocked well by United. I think it was Fred back there to block it. And United win the ball back with Fred. And it's given away to Kante. I say given away. Trying to pass to Dan James, but Kante is there. Here's Chilwell. Back to Rudiger. Inside United's half here. Welcome back, Chris, mate. Hope you had what do you have for tea? Tell us what you have for tea. Mason Mount loses the ball to McTominay. Loose ball to Rudiger. Here's Kante. Aspilicueta. Not a good pass. And I mean, there's been a few of them from both sides today that have just passed and just gone straight out of play. And Aspilicueta has given the throw into Man United. Yeah, what did you have for tea, Chris? Let us know. Maguire switches it to Aaron Wan-Bissaka on the right-hand side. Here he's Fred in a bit of space now. Fernandes. Not really seen much of him, but he just tried ball over the top for Daniel James, and Chilwell marshalled him well. And Edouard Mendy came out and just collects that ball, scooped it up, and gives Chelsea a chance to come forward. I had chili meatballs and chips. Oh, I don't really like chili, I'm not going to lie, so that doesn't sound that appetizing for me. I'm going to have something later on, I think, tonight. Chelsea building from the back again, though, with Chilwell looking for a ball out to Chilwell. That was what I was saying, the ball looking out for Chilwell. And Lindelof gives the corner to Chelsea after Giroud's good pressing. Chelsea corner, though, in a decent position. I'm nervous. I'm getting nervous now. I hope Kelleher plays. If not, then Adrian it is. Aspilicueta plays for them. Oh, that's good. Corner short, though, to James. And he whips that in back to the back stick. It was a good ball, to be fair, from Reece James. If anybody was there. But it's going to go out for a goal kick to Manchester United and David De Gea. So it's been quite a different start to the second half of Man United. I think Chelsea are absolutely all over him at the moment. They're absolutely, like 80% to 20% possession for the second half so far in the opening 10 minutes. Chelsea have been all over him, which has been quite easy to see. But here come Man United with McTominay. Rudiger did well to win it back. But the loose ball comes back to Manchester United, though, and Lindelof. Luke Shaw now. Can they try and build something up, Manchester United, here? There's Wan-Bissaka on the right for United. Sends someone to come short. He goes over the top to Dan James. Is he onside? Flag stays down. On the right wing, Daniel James. Now the flag goes up. And he is offside. Should have probably held his run a little bit, Dan James, and he was probably in. Instead, he went a little bit early. Chelsea coming forward with Rudiger, though. Ball downfield headed over by McTominay. And Giroud is there. Kante. Christensen. James now. Good ball downfield to Mason Mount, who's in a lot of space. Cuts back onto his right. Tries to find the pass to Ziyech. Fred cut out well. McTominay had to clear it. Only half cleared it to Kovacic. Chilwell. Lovely ball in. Headed over by Maguire. And James and Aspilicueta keep it for Chelsea, though. My line will be Kelleher, Adrian. Arnold, Phillips, Davies, Robertson, Thiago, Jones, Keita, Salah, Firmino, Mane, Katsi, Alisson playing for, we'd say that. Play Kabak versus Chelsea. And here comes Chelsea again, though. Christensen. Chilwell. Rudiger. Try to ball. What a ball, actually. James. Back to... Fred tried to clear it and it hit Luke Shaw's head and went out for a throw-in. Mount, James, Rashford wins it back off him. And Luke Shaw. Maguire. Gives it to Azpilicueta. Rudiger. Rudiger again. Azpilicueta. Mount. James. Mount. Kante. I think it was Rowan actually in the background shouting. I'm not quite sure. Kante still. Still Kante. He's going to unleash a shot. Hits Lindelof and cleared. On Bissaka. United need to get out of the run half at the moment. But McTominay, good pass to Fernandes. And now United can come forward. It's a 2-on-3. Fernandes to Rashford. It's not a good pass though. Rashford couldn't even keep it in. I mean, for Manchester United at the moment, it's not clicking. But that is the danger at the moment. Kovacic loses out to James, though, and Fernandes picks it up. Kante, good tackle against him. It's fall to Greenwood, though. Greenwood looking for James. Back to Greenwood. Mason Greenwood shoots! Oh, and it just goes wide, and I thought that was top corner. What a chance, though. Good play from Daniel James and Greenwood. And he takes the shot, and it is almost top corner. It's just a few inches wide. What a chance for Manchester United. Probably the best chance of the game so far. Mason Greenwood on that left foot. Tries to bend it top corner. Instead, it's just a few yards wide. But good play from Man United there. Especially Greenwood and Dan James, who linked up well for that. The danger's always there when Greenwood's in and around the area, of course. Kante has had to be quicker on the ball there. He was caught by James and Fernandes. And the danger's there for Man United. When they win the ball back, they are so fast in the switch of play from defence to attack. Martial is getting warmed up down there on the left-hand side. He will probably be coming on soon. But United won it back again. And Greenwood now to Fred. Fred onto his left foot. Lovely skill. Fred still going. Little 1-2 with Greenwood. Here's Rashford to Luke Shaw on the overlap. Luke Shaw inside the penalty area. Whips it back. It goes for everybody. Wan-Bissaka picks it back up. To McTominay, who shoots. What a save by Edward Mendy. Oh, but Man United in the last few minutes are having the best chances of the game. And it was a great save by Edward Mendy. Lovely play by Fred initially. Rashford to Shaw overlapping. Shaw across the face of the box. Back to Wan-Bissaka. Fakes the cross. Back to McTominay. Takes a snapshot. And Edward Mendy, through a sea of bodies, does well to save that, I think. Yeah, great save, Edward Mendy. He was the reason that they got a point at Old Trafford. That's an awful challenge by Ben Chilwell on Mason Greenwood. And that's going to be a foul. Manchester United free kick on the right-hand side near the corner flag. Last few minutes, Man United coming back into this game. United, yeah, I know. When Man United play the Big Six, mate, we don't play well. But today, might be another 0-0. Who knows? Ben Chilwell, third booking of the season, though. He got booked for that tackle on Mason Greenwood. Flew in. Not a good tackle, but Fernandes has the opportunity. It's almost like a corner. Imagine a corner, probably about 5 yards back inside the pitch on the right-hand side. Fernandes is over it. We've got the big boys up. McTominay's in there. Maguire's in there. Who's going to get their head on this? Maguire making himself a nuisance. It's a good ball in for Fernandes, which is headed away easily by Chilwell, though. Only as far as Fred outside the area. Back to Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw puts it back into the box. Maguire tried to header it up, and it's cleared away. Only as far as Fernandes. Fernandes back into the box. Headed away by Azpilicueta, only as far as Rashford. Rashford takes it one touch and shoots. This is not a good shot. Didn't catch it at all. Straight into the hands of Edward Mendy. And Manchester United, though, in the last few minutes, applying the pressure really well. It just needed to... I mean, Lindelof's on the edge of the box asking for the ball. Maybe he could have had a shot. But no, still 0-0, 28 minutes plus added time to go. So probably about half an hour left still of this game. And Edward Mendy takes a heavy touch there. And playing out from the back, of course, forced a few errors in the first half. Can it force another couple of errors in the second half? Here's Mount, though, for Chelsea. Lovely 1-2 with Ziyech. And Mason Mount in a lot of space now. Mason Mount behind the defensive back line. Mason Mount cuts back. Mount, brilliant block from, I think it was Maguire in there, but still not clear. It's going to be a shot by Chilwell. It's hit Giroud, who's definitely offside. But, I mean, it's hotting up in the last few minutes of this game. But Mason Mount from inside his own half, after a 1-2 with Ziyech, and just sprinted away from Fred, sprinted away from McTominay, and the cutback's good, and Maguire McTominay actually does really well to block it. Azpilicueta, my favourite Chelsea player, favourite player from Chelsea, one of the most underrated players in the past few seasons in the league. Yeah, he's really good, Azpilicueta, very professional. Southgate wants Mount to score. Bloody hell, yeah. I mean, second dad, isn't he? Fair play to Mason Mount. He is a good footballer, but I mean, he is so overrated. It's incredible. He is a very, very good player, but they talk about him like he's like Messi levels of good. But here come Man United again with Luke Shaw. Down left-hand side. Little back heel to Rashford. Kante had to set that out for a throw-in to Man United. 63 minutes on the clock. Pulisic is getting instructions. He's probably going to come on. Probably, I'd say, for either Ziyech. Yeah, probably Ziyech going to be the one that comes off, I'd have to say. Here's Luke Shaw. A little bit of space. Tries the ball over top for Dan James. Heads it back to Greenwood. Gets it to Wan-Bissaka. Greenwood. Fernandes in a little bit of space. Fernandes tries the ball over to Greenwood. It's headed away. And Azpilicueta caught on the ball by Luke Shaw. Here's McTominay, edge of the box. Is he going to shoot? He is! Blocked by Rudiger. Back to Fred, though. Is Fred going to have a go now? No, he decides to pass to James. Wan-Bissaka. McTominay. Fred. Tries the ball over to Rashford. Not a good ball. I think Matic is warming up down there as well. Both teams, though, in the last few minutes having a good... Yeah, there is going to be a few changes, I think, now. For both... No, just Pulisic coming on for Chelsea. Grealish, Maddison, Foden better than Mount, in my opinion. But I agree Mount is good, but so overhyped. Yeah, Giroud is actually coming off for Pulisic. So definitely a change of pace and a change of formation for Chelsea at the moment. I don't know if Pulisic is going to play up front. But Giroud has come off, and there's going to be no Giroud goal for Josh today, which I'm happy about. Got 25 minutes on the clock, though. Reece James throws it straight to Luke Shaw, and Harry Maguire can just help that back out for a throw-in, though. Marshalled Ziyech well and won the throw-in for his team. Timo Werner down there warming up as well, alongside Martial, and I think it's Matic for Man United. Wan-Bissaka, McTominay, inside Rudiger. Rudiger did really well. And Rudiger tried to get out to Kovacic, the pace of Daniel James on the defence for Manchester United. And he gave it back to Rudiger, though. And here comes Chelsea again with Chilwell. Kovacic, Ziyech. William Masterclass today, couldn't make it up. I mean, last two games he's played really well. It's weird, isn't it? Kante for Chelsea. Azpilicueta right-hand side of the Chelsea half. Here's Reece James. Sorry, I keep getting those two mixed up because they're both called James. Mason Mount. Back to Azpilicueta. Christensen inside Manchester United's half. Every Chelsea player bar Edward Mendy. Little ball over to Chilwell. Because they've not got the height of Giroud in there for the crosses now. And it's got that ball from Chilwell goes straight through to David De Gea. Here's Luke Shaw. Rashford. Fred. Wan-Bissaka. Fernandes had to go back. He's stretching. There needs to be some sort of changes for United soon. Hello, bro. Kurt, Australia fan from Australia says. Kurt, my chat fan from Australia says, hello, bro. How are you doing today, Kurt, of course? Just a quick disclaimer. If anybody is ahead, do not spoil anything that happens. Man United coming forward with Luke Shaw. Rashford. Inside the box. Thought about cutting back. Does actually have to go back to Greenwood. Luke Shaw. Fred outside the box. Is Fred going to hit one? He is going to hit one. And it's just a few yards wide. What a chance. Man United. Pronounce one of them as James as James. I mean, going good, bro. Fred with a good opportunity there. And it's curling and curling and curling, and it's only a few yards. I thought that was in as well, Chris. But fair play to him. Fred very close to scoring for Man United for only the second time in the Premier League season. Kurt says, I'm doing good, bro. I'm glad you're doing good. Of course, hopefully Man United can get the win today. Here's Fernandes, though. In a bit of space. Out to Wan-Bissaka. Wan-Bissaka now. Trying to take on Chilwell. He's done quite well. Tries to whip it in. It's going to go out for a throw-in. Imagine if Fred had curled that in. I'd have gone mental. You guys know how much I love Fred and McTominay. Here's Wan-Bissaka, though, for Man United. Throws it to Daniel James. I don't think he was expected, but he did well. Daniel James held it up and found Wan-Bissaka again. Not really many places to go from. He has to go back to Lindelof, though, who in turn goes back to Maguire. Over to Shaw. And now from everyone in Man United's half for Chelsea to be everyone back in Chelsea's half for Chelsea. Here's Lindelof. Out wide to Wan-Bissaka. Daniel James. Lovely bit of run by Daniel James. Still going. Great tackle by Kante in there, though. It would be a very bad weekend if Liverpool don't win and Carlisle don't win. Yeah, I think especially if Liverpool don't beat Sheffield United, it would be very bad. 20 minutes left in this one. 22 minutes left if you want to be precise in this one. Quite an even affair, to be fair. Either team could nick this in the last 22 minutes. Me and Josh were talking at our time. We said it's not been the best game, but it's been entertaining. And I agreed with him. Both teams going for the win, as I said. McTominay now for Man United. Looking for Daniel James. It's not a good pass. It's going to go run through to Edward Mendy. I think in the last 20 minutes, of course, we probably need to see some subs from both sides. I mean, Chelsea have made 2 already. They've brought on James for Hudson-Odoi, of course, through injury. And Pulisic for Olivier Giroud. I expect we'll probably see a few more subs sooner rather than later for both sides. With the likes of Timo Werner coming on, we'll definitely see him. His pace in this game could be dangerous. If Liverpool don't win, then relegate us. Mason Mount now, though. There's a ball onto Chilwell over the top. It's not a good pass, and Wan-Bissaka does really well. And Daniel James accelerates through past 2 when he sees the space in front of him. He's against Rudiger. Daniel James inside to Bruno Fernandes. Not a good pass to be cleared away. Trying to harass Kovacic, though. Ziyech tries the ball over to Pulisic, headed away easily by Harry Maguire. I don't think Pulisic has touched the ball yet. Given away, though, by Luke Shaw. And here come Chelsea again with Mason Mount. Chilwell. Kovacic to Kante. Kante to Ziyech. Mount. Chilwell. Mason Mount again. Here's Christensen. Azpilicueta. Lovely pass to Pulisic. Probably his first touch of the game. I think Van der Beek gone in the city. No, he'll stay. There is a bedding in period for players. It happened to Fred. There's a bedding in period for certain players, especially from foreign leagues. Like Fred came from the Ukrainian league. Van der Beek's coming from Eredivisie. It's not just going to click straight away for every single player. I think next year you'll probably see the full force of Van der Beek and how good he can be. He might come on in this game and change it, but I mean, 20 minutes left. Martial will come on soon, but I mean, it's going to be weird. Who does actually come on for Chelsea as well? I think Werner probably will come on. Mason Mount tried to accelerate away from Fred. So that's going to go out for a goal kick to Man United. Thomas Tuchel's not happy at all. Yeah, Gary Neville saying that Martial's coming on. And if there's ever a time to turn your season around, it's now for Anthony Martial. Get the winner in this game, and everyone probably will forgive you for being poor this year. That's a brilliant ball over the top of Fernandes. I don't think Rashford was expecting it. And Reece James had to marshal it back to Edward Mendy, and it's cleared over to Chilwell. You need to play 4-3-3 for Van der Beek to fit. No, I think he could do it. It could do the... I mean, we do play 4-3-3, to be fair. Just have an advanced... player. An advanced midfielder like Fernandes, of course. He's not necessarily playing in behind the front 3. Yeah, Chelsea just passing it around the defence at the moment. I think that it'll probably be Daniel James who comes off for Martial. Even though Daniel James has been very good today, must admit he's had a good game. I think it'll probably be him who comes off. Greenwood to the right, Martial in the middle, Rashford down the left-hand side where he's playing. And I think we'll probably see Fred come off and either Matic or Van der Beek come on. Maybe Ahmad might come on as well. I'm not quite sure. We'll have to see. Here come Chelsea, though, with Christensen. Tries one over to Reece James on the right-hand side. James to Ziyech. Kovacic shot. Easy save for David De Gea in net. Just tried to do a little curler, didn't he? Just saved easily by David De Gea. No pace on it at all. And United kind of lulling in the last 5 minutes. Well, Chris has said that Martial's still always a threat. Yeah, he's still waiting to come on as well, of course. He's going to have 15 minutes plus added time, so I'd probably say about 18 or so minutes at the least to do something in this game. And Rudiger, a lovely pass from Harry Maguire to Greenwood, but well played by Christensen to rob him of possession. And here come Chelsea again with Kovacic. Reece James. Ziyech inside the pocket. Kovacic. Pulisic, Kovacic, Chilwell. Good ball in. Harry Maguire heads it away. Only to the edge of the box for Ziyech. Aspilicueta coming onto it. Saved by David De Gea again. And Timo Werner stripped and ready to come on as well. That'll be the last change for Chelsea today. Here's Maguire for United. Long as David De Gea doesn't make a mistake, he's safe from Roy. I think he's played well to David De Gea. He's made the good save from Ziyech early on. Fred in a little bit of space now for Man United. Out wide to Rashford. He's got Fernandes on the overlap. Goes back inside to Luke Shaw. Fred. It's a little bit static at the moment for Man United. I think all of it, they just look a bit knackered. Here's Lindelof to Fred. He never stops running. McTominay, another one who never stops running. Lindelof. Maguire. Inside for Fred again, in a little bit of pocket of space again. Here's Greenwood. Has to go back to Lindelof. Building from the back, Manchester United, of course. A lot of space to work with at the moment. Again, Fernandes in the pocket behind. Here's Daniel James. Up against Rudiger. Did well. Get the ball into the box. And Mendy spilled it. Oh, and he was lucky, Edward Mendy, because he needed to be. I mean, if anybody was close to the goal, it was probably a goal. Daniel James, positive again, did well. Rudiger did well as well to pressure Daniel James to whip in the ball. It's a good cross from Daniel James. And I mean, if anybody's in there, I mean, anybody's close to the goalkeeper, it's probably a goal. Edward Mendy makes a hash of it, spills it above him and manages to reclaim the ball because nobody's in the box for Man United at all. Here's Mason Mount. Aspilicueta. Here's Reece James. Aspilicueta again. Christensen. Chilwell. Pulisic. Did well. McTominay clears it away. Greenwood. Lovely flick. Daniel James. Fernandes. Now's a chance for United. Fernandes waits. Tried to find Rashford. It's not a good pass. And it's cleared away. Someone's down, I think. I think there's going to be a sub now. Yeah, Daniel James is down. I think he'll probably be the one that comes off as well, even though he's probably been Manchester United's best player today. The little flick from Green was really good. Daniel James just tries to come to it, and Kovacic I mean, it's a combination of Kovacic sweeping it and Kovacic absolutely hashing through him that gives the free kick. The ball to Fernandes. So Werner is coming on for Ziyech. So they're going to have a man through the middle now. And who's going to be coming off here for Man United? Is Daniel James going to be all right? Yeah, Greenwood comes off for Martial. Greenwood's had a decent game today. He's been quite positive in his play. Could have had the goal early, of course, with that shot. But if there's ever a time, like I said, to put your season back on track, it's against Chelsea. You love scoring against Chelsea. Scored twice in the games last year against them. And if you're ever going to get your season back on track, it is now for Anthony Martial. 12 minutes to impact this game, plus added time, so probably about 15 minutes for Anthony Martial to impact this game. Can he get the winner for Manchester United? Look at that. Last 4 appearances, assist, 2 goals, assist, 2 goals, goal. That's in his last 4 games against Chelsea as well. Daniel James coming back onto the pitch, which I'm glad about, because he's been really good today, to be fair to him. Here's Pulisic taking down Maguire, free kick, and a yellow card for Harry Maguire. Free kick for Chelsea to get the ball in the box, though. It's a dangerous position for Chelsea to whip a ball in here. That's Harry Maguire's 7th booking of the season. Reece James and Mason Mount over it. Pretty much all the big lads forward for Chelsea. Rudiger probably been the best player on the pitch today against Harry Maguire up in there. Mason Mount is that delivers it in. It's a good delivery. It's flicked on by, I think, Christensen. And it's going to be brought away by Wan-Bissaka. And United on the counter are so quick. Wan-Bissaka down to Fred. Fred up against Kovacic. Fred still going. Tries to cut back, and Kovacic did well. The 2 number 17s coming up against each other. And Christensen now for Chelsea. Back to Azpilicueta. And we're going to tick into the final 10 minutes of the game. Keller Hinton looks like Adrian is starting. Like I said before, I support the players no matter what. Some of our fan base aren't like it's the end of the season. End of the world, sorry. Lindelof's done well there against Werner. And McTominay's going to have to marshal that back to De Gea. Take a touch, David, and get a ball out. Good ball out to Fred. Fred's touch is heavy, and Kante does well to win the ball back. Here's Azpilicueta. Christensen. James. Azpilicueta back to Edouard Mendy. Out to Rudiger. Christensen. Chelsea just passing around the back, waiting for an opening, of course. Reece James. Skips past Luke Shaw. Here's Mason Mount. Still Mason Mount. Reece James back again. Back to Azpilicueta. Here's Kante. Good ball out to Reece James if he can get there, and he couldn't. I think he's changed the Chelsea team in the second half, Reece James. I think he's been probably one of their best players. He's done well. He's not really like Rashford past him once, but he's been really good going forward. Man United with the ball now with Luke Shaw. Lee Mason injured, apparently. Injury or can't do his job right. Here's Pulisic though. Good tackle by Shaw. Loose ball comes to Kante. Chilwell. Kovacic. Kante again. Chilwell. Kante again. Back to Rudiger. United defending well at the moment. Christensen to Azpilicueta. Pulisic to Reece James. Kante. Here's Rudiger. Tries to switch a play. It's a good switch out to Reece James, sorry. Edge of the box for Mount. James again in a lot of space. Tries to open to the back stick for Werner, and Lindelof did really well. Lindelof did well because Werner's got a tap in back there. What a ball in from Reece James again. Reece James into the back stick, and I mean, it's been given a corner, but I think as Werner put that behind, we're going to have a look. It's definitely Lindelof who clears it. It should have been a corner. It should have been a corner. But the referees give a goal kick. And Tuchel is absolutely... He is shouting on the touchline at Timo Werner because he knows he should have scored that. Probably one of the best chances of the game. I'm playing it down a little bit because I'm a Man United fan, of course. But what a chance for Timo Werner there. Is Kante, Kovacic, Christensen, Aspi. Ball over the top, and Wan-Bissaka can head it away. Dan James back to McTominay. Kante cut that out well, though. And here's Kante again from a 1-2 with Pulisic. Werner. Shoots low, saved by David De Gea. Six minutes left in this game, plus added time. Here's Luke Shaw. Fernandes. Throw in United. $15 attempts to 10 in this game. No, nobody's shy in front of net today. Christensen's done well there. And Pulisic shoots, and it's over the top of the bar. Yeah, it's another half chance for Chelsea, but they keep stacking up at the moment. And it's over the top of the bar and out for a goal kick to Man United. To Man United. Pulisic had probably the run of Stamford Bridge to the green of Stamford Bridge to run into, but I mean he didn't really use it to the best of his ability, and gives away a decent chance for Chelsea to build up there. And Maguire's getting pressed here. Fred out to Luke Shaw, did well. Shaw has to go back to Maguire though. Back to Shaw. Gets away from Mason Mount well. Has to go back though. Does well. Wins a free kick against Mason Mount. United at the minute though, not looking like they can get going at the moment. Again, it's been stop start for Man United all game. Can they get the winner in this game? For me, I hope so. I mean, I'd love it if they could, but it's going to be a very difficult task. Maguire over to Wan-Bissaka. McTominay. They just can't get it through the midfield. They've just got 3 or 4 men just marking Fernandes, and they just can't get the ball to him at the moment. Here's Luke Shaw. Rashford has to go back to Maguire. Into the middle for Fred. Swivels on the ball to McTominay. Here's Wan-Bissaka inside Chelsea's half. Martial. Fred. Here's Luke Shaw again. Martial took a good touch, but it's cleared out by Christensen for a throw into United. That's what Martial's so good at, on the swivel, just taking a touch and getting into the box. But Man United with a throw in now. 3.5 minutes of the 90 left. Luke Shaw. Fred. Trying to get past Aspilicueta. Fred. Aspilicueta did well. Marshalled it out for a goal kick. Adrian, Arnold, Phillips, Kabak, Robertson, Thiago, Jones, Wijnaldum, Salah, Firmino, Mane. Is that the team? I'm guessing that's the team. Strong team out there. Maguire's done well. Strong against Pulisic there. Turns around him again. He's still got the ball. Wins the free kick for United as well. 2.5 minutes left of this game. That's the team. Thank you very much for that, Chris. Strong team, I think, for Liverpool. Here's Luke Shaw. Heavy touch, gives the ball away to Aspilicueta. Fernandes does well against Mount. Mount did really well, and that might be a throw-in. Who's that giving the throw-in to? Chelsea. Two minutes left of the 90. Reece James with the throw-in. Kovacic. James. Luke Shaw's given a throw-in away. No Jota due to illness. Couldn't make it up. No, you couldn't make it up, could you? But, I mean, another good free kick chance for Chelsea. And it's going to be Mason Mount probably to whip this one in. This is where I start to get nervous because they love a late goal against Man United or Chelsea. With probably a minute and a half left, it could definitely happen again. Reece James over at this time. What a delivery that is. It's gone for everyone though. And Wan-Bissaka now. Fred. Oh, McTominay with a load of room on the left-hand side. Scott McTominay. The ball through's not good enough. Kante though. Daniel James. Fernandes. James. That's not... Luke Shaw just not switched on at all. And Daniel James pass. What a moment for Manchester United. It was a 4-on-1. And McTominay, just the pass through wasn't good enough. There's two people at the back stick. I think it's Reece. I've done it again. Daniel James and Marcus Rashford. They did so well, United, to just find McTominay in so much space. And Rashford and James, look at the speed of those two in the middle. Three minutes of added time, which we are already into by 10 seconds. McTominay had to do better. He had to do better there. And with 2 and a bit minutes left, it's probably going to end another stalemate between these two. Here's Reece James, the throw-in for Chelsea, though. Rashford did well there. Throw-in United. Here's De Gea. Whacks it downfield. It's going to go out for a... I don't know if Rashford kept that in or not. No, he didn't. Throw in Chelsea. Sorry, it's not over yet with Kovacic now. Still a minute and a half left. Daniel James wins the ball back from Mason Mount. No, the referee waited for Manchester United to go on the break and then gave the free kick. And another opportunity from a similar situation. It's a similar situation to the one that got put into the box a few minutes ago for Chelsea to put a ball in. And Mason Mount and Reece James over it again. It's a little bit deeper, this one, though. Probably the last chance of the game, to be fair, with only a minute left. United was so quick on the counter last time. James, it's deeper again. Maguire away. Mount on the volley. Blocked. Kovacic shoots. It's into the hands of David De Gea. David De Gea throws it out to Wan-Bissaka. It's a good throw. Wan-Bissaka now, though. Into the middle for Fred. Robbed by Mason Mount. Well done, Fred, for winning that ball back, though. It's given away to Kovacic. Loose ball picked up by Wan-Bissaka. Here's Luke Shaw. Can United win this in the last 30 seconds? Luke Shaw. Fernandes. Fred. Eyes it up and shoots. Straight to Mendy, and he's punched out by Mendy again. Lindelof wins it back, though. Maguire brings it forward. Kante's in there. Fred's in there. Fred wins it back. 13 seconds of the game left. Fernandes. Still Fernandes. Nobody really in the box for United. Still Fernandes, the edge of the box. Here's Wan-Bissaka. 3 minutes are up. Fred. And that's it. Harry Maguire took the shot, but that is game over. And it's another stalemate between Chelsea and Manchester United. Another 0-0 draw for Manchester United against a big team. Same old, same old. Not a bad game by any sense of the imagination. I'll take the draw. But, I mean, second half, just not good enough at all from either side, to be fair. Goalless again. It's kind of spineless from both teams. A bit toothless in attack. But, yeah, that is all from this game today. Make sure you follow the Twitter to keep up to date with the schedule and everything that's coming up on the channel and stuff. Make sure you check out the website, thesports-corner.com, for all your website news and your articles and everything. United record against top team support, not acceptable. No goals in Chelsea versus yeah, exactly, Chris. But yeah, make sure you do check out the website because there's a lot of good stuff going up on there, of course. There's a lot of niche stuff going up on there about European football. There will be some new stuff up today. Cheers, Katie. No problem. It's been a pleasure. I know it's been a pretty boring second half, but it's been fun to talk about the game. But another stalemate between these two sides. Thank you, everyone, for joining. I hope you have a great, great, great day. I hope Liverpool win for you, Chris. The car's going to go punch a tree. Everyone have a nice time, and I will catch you on the flip side.